Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that speaks to divorced women to help them become a better version of themselves. Various topics will be speaked upon, such as personal development, relationships, health and wellness, wealth building, and children. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. The show will be hosted by the lovely speaker, author, and transitional divorce coach, Kalima, aka Lady K. Now for your host, Lady K. Hello, ladies. Thank you for tuning in to today's show of Your Future Husband is Not in the Church. I'm sure I probably stirred up some people and you're probably looking at me side-eye saying, Lady K, what are you talking about? So I am going to elaborate tonight. So one thing that what I want to stir up is this episode is about shifting your mind. And I say that because a lot of us was raised with traditional thoughts. Traditional thoughts such as go to school, get a good job, get married, have children, stay at your job for 20, 30, possibly 40 years, retire, and then enjoy life. Another traditional thought that comes to mind is if you want to find a good husband, then you need to find him in the church. And I want to say today, sis, if that is your thought process that the only way you can find a man is in the church, I'm going to tell you today, stop. Please stop. Please go to church just to, fellowship, get right with God and those type of things. But just don't go there to find a man, okay? And I also want to throw this in there too, that there are a lot of God-fearing men out there. They're just not in the church, ladies. I want to remind you that actually building, the church that you go to, that says brick and mortar. We, as the people, we are the church. So that man that you're looking for that's walking around, if he is a believer, he is the church. So he is not in the church because he is the church. I hope you got that. I hope that makes sense to you. So one thing I want to stress out to you ladies is if you are looking to date again or to get remarried, you have to think out the box a little bit. Do not confine yourself to those traditional thinking. Okay? Just like I just stated to you before, church is a brick and mortar, right? It's a building, right? That's pretty much, an organization. It's an address to report to the IRS or to the state. Okay? When you break that down, as like I just said, as an organizations when people come together for a common knowledge or a common thing. And guess what? There are other things that you like. There's other things that you're interested in. There's other things that you do in your community. And guess what? There is a possibility that man may be at the other thing or at the other organization that you like. Whatever it is, I'm just saying, do not confine yourself to just the church. There are good men out there. They're looking at you. They might be trying to get your attention, but you're not paying them no attention at all. And now you're out there saying, well, I can't find a good man. And then here's another thing, ladies, that I'm saying you might have to shift your thought process and shift your mind. A lot of us, we like tall men, right? We like that Idris Elba, or we may like that Michael Ealy look, right? But nobody wants the Kevin Hart. Nobody wants the short guy. I'm not telling you have to take the short guy, but what I am saying to you if you come across a man and you find him, in alignment with your core values, and he's not exactly 6'1", but he possibly is, 5'9" or 5'10", I'm just telling you to maybe possibility. Just rethink some things. I think you heard the rule before, that 80-20 rule. 80% of what you need, 20% of what you want. If I'm correct, if I said that correctly. You're not going to find exactly everything, but the most important things, that should be able to keep a person around. That person should be a keeper, right? And another thing I would like to share is, if you are looking for that man and you're ready to marry again and you're ready to be in that long-term relationship, what if you have to do a little bit of minor adjustment to yourself? Have you been wearing the same hairstyle since 1980? Change a little bit. Change is okay. Show up and show out. Do a different hairstyle. Rock a little outfit. Do your makeup. Whatever makes you feel good, do so. But at the same time, too, incorporate a little change, because sometimes when you change, people notice your change. Like for me, for example, it took me a while to cut my hair. And when I did, and I actually rocked it in public, I received a lot of compliments. And I was saying to myself, like, wow. And people were saying, oh, I love your hair that way. You look so much better that way instead of your wigs. And I had to laugh, because I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but I appreciate that. And it's like, I just did one simple thing. So maybe, ladies, you might want to do that one simple thing. You never know. Again, change is good. There's nothing wrong with change. So my last thing I want to say to you is, stop thinking you have to go to church to find a good man. I'm not trying to say he's not there. There is a possibility he may be there. But guess what, sis? I'm here to tell you there are a lot of God-fearing men walking around. And they're looking at you. They're trying to get your attention. But you haven't shifted your mindset. And on top of that, they may be in a profession that makes you ignore them. I know a lot of times we want the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers, the architects. I'm not telling you not to, but there are some bakers, some chefs, teachers, average guys, and they're out there looking at you, and you have not paid them any attention. Shift your mind, sis. I hope this show resonated in your spirit. I thank you for tuning in. You have a great night, ladies. Remember to follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Lady K Chat, and on my website at www.ladykcoaching.com. Good night, ladies. Lady K.